ERA with 49 strikeouts to rank in the top 50 in the country. Skip Johnson says his delivery is good. He has got to continue to grow in his routine and get stronger, guys. Skip Johnson really trusts him out on the mound tonight as they're against the top 20 Crimson Tide.
Thank you very much, Carly. Yeah, really loves what L.J. Mercurius, the UNLV transfer, has done. He nearly went to Alabama, but Skip Johnson and the Sooners won the services of him out of the transfer portal. He has been excellent. Maybe a little bit tired the last couple of times out as they moved his start up, so he had a little short rest the prior 2 weeks, but should be good to go here. He's had good bullpens so far this week, Blake.
Yeah, you saw that in that start on Thursday night against the Longhorns, right? Still on the year, 5-2, 7 games started. 35 innings pitched. He's going to be 93 to 94.
But he gives up a home run on the opening pitch to Bryce Fowler to the opposite field. Have not gotten to the weather just yet. We've got a south wind, which does help that a little bit, but it had plenty of carry. And so Bryce Fowler on the first pitch of the game tonight hits a home run to straightaway left field. It's his 4th home run and RBI number 21. 1-0 Crimson Tide on the 40th home run for this club this year.
This is just ambush, right, Chad? Fastball, middle away, does a nice job staying with it and elevate to the left field.
Wind is out of the south tonight at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So if you get it up, you elevate it, it can get out in a hurry. Justin LeBron knows well how to elevate him and hit him out of the ballpark. What a great season he's already having. 11 home runs, 27 runs driven in for the number 3 MLB draft prospect this week. He's been an excellent player his first 2 seasons. Last year, 18 home runs, as we said already. 11 this year. 2-time SEC All-Defensive teams. Committed a couple of errors, though, this year. And these 2 teams played in Tuscaloosa a season ago. He homered in Game 1 of that series.
Just the guy that's been a mainstay in the Alabama lineup for 3 years now. Impressive thing to me, he's 23 stolen bases on the year. He has been thrown out 1 time on the base pass in 3 years, 47 to 48.
And he lifts one to right center field. It's the center fielder Jason Walk, cut off by the right fielder Alec Blair. And the freshman grabs out number 1 here in the first inning. The Oklahoma defense, Camden Johnson is at third. Jackson Willits is back playing shortstop tonight. Cal Brandt's the second baseman. Dayton LaChance is around at first base. There you see Camden Johnson at third. In the outfield, you've already seen Blair in right and Walk in center. And Trey Gamble is the left fielder. Brendan Brock is the catcher tonight for L.J. Mercurius. And his first pitch to Brady Neal is over the outer half of the plate for a strike to the senior from Tallahassee, Florida. LSU transfer. This one is hit hard to straightaway center. Walk ventures back to the warning track. This ball's off the top of the wall. It bounces back into the field of play. Picked up by Walk. Brady Neal is headed for third. He'll slide there with a triple, and Jason Walk is a little bit hurt out there in center field as he crashed into the center field wall. A triple, though, for Neal on a ball that was just inches away from leaving, and now it looks like you got Rob Vaughn, the head coach of the Tide, wanting a review to see if this ball indeed maybe hit the batter's wall behind the lower part of the center field wall, Blake.
I think Rob Vaughn's right on it, man. It seems like J-Walk got there in time, and the ball looked like it got above the yellow.
Yeah, so there is a separation between the lower wall and the batter's eye wall, and they're going to check on Jason Walk here. You can see right there, there's some space in between those two. If you just look out there, it almost looks like it's just one wall. So what I'm saying is, if the ball hits the top of the first wall right there, it can bounce back and hit the back wall. That would be a home run. It means it goes over the yellow, as you said, Blake.
Yeah, we're looking for contact on the batter's eye for sure, and it looks like we got it. We're going to have to see a slow down replay, maybe a pause, but I think he's got a home run here.
And for Oklahoma, most importantly, it looks like their center fielder Jason Walk might be okay to stay in this game. So they're looking at it, the centralized SEC review that we have. The original call is triple, no home run. If it's overturned, it'll be the second home run in 3 batters to start this game for the Crimson Tide.
Got to give props to Brady Neal. That was a really good swing on a fastball, middle. Continues to swing a hot bat.
Let's take one more look at it. This is Hawkeye. There's a bounce. You see Walk crashes in.
Tough one to see there. Naked eye, I thought we had a home run. See if we can get it slowed down to look.
I mean, you almost have to be a physics professor to understand what happens there.
Right.
But it's challenging to tell. Does the ball bounce straight up and back in? I don't know that that's the case. You kind of look at the trajectory that it hit the top of the wall potentially and had no choice but to go over.
And it came pretty far off the batter's eye. I think it went over, Chad. It didn't seem like it went straight up in the air. It would have to go straight up and then come straight down back at the wall. But it seemed like a ricochet off the batter's eye.
We have a decision. So the call is safe at third base. It'll be a triple. No home run. And I think kind of like what we were saying, you're just speculating and guessing at trajectories and all those sorts of things if you call that a home run. Yeah, you can see there's the light out there, and you can see the shadow kind of reflecting off to kind of give you an idea of how much spatially there is in between those two.
I just don't think I think the call on the field stood because we didn't have undisputable evidence to make that a home run.
Yeah. But there's not a Hawkeye cam down the line on the center field wall. It's a triple for Brady Neal, and here's Torres. Torres, senior from Hialeah, Florida, transferred in from Miami, his second year at Alabama. Batted .255 with 11 home runs last year. 3 home runs so far this year. Oklahoma kind of shifted with the shortstop Willits a little more toward third here. And Mercurius misses low and in. So 3-0 now to Jason Torres.
Missed a changeup down. He'll go that to any count, any batter. Uses it to right-handers. Just kind of choked it off there. Skipped it up to the plate for a 3-ball count.
Yeah, well, it's not really shifted there. There's a strike and a little back toss there from Torres. William Van Raphorst, the plate umpire, says strike one. Travis Eggert is the first base umpire. Derek Malika, the second base ump. Damian Beal is down at third. Does that earn you any favors with the plate umpire when you discard the bat and get rung up?
Yeah, I think so. There's always going to be a little animosity when you kind of show them up like that, but as long as you make it right on the next at bat, you can figure it out.
You say that as though you may speak from experience, and then you get kind of a borderline pitch that's called a strike. Case in point,
sometimes you talk it into existence, just like that.
To a full count now on Torres. Bryce Fowler has homered. If you were still at the refrigerator, stocking up for snacks. This one hard hit on the ground. Camden Johnson's got it. That sends Neal scampering back to third. And so L.J. Mercurius, you know, it may not look like a big at bat in the grand scheme of things, but he was 3-0 against the cleanup man and is able to come back and get it.
Yeah, it just shows grit, right? You go down just trying to get ahead of guys. Seems like you're getting hit around. The first two guys, Brady Neal, Bryce Fowler, banging stuff off the wall over the fence. You come back and get a ground ball. Leave him there at third base.
And so now it is the catcher, Johnny Lem, senior from Brisbane, Australia. Rifles this one into center field, and now the runner will cross the plate officially. As Brady Neal trots home from third with the second Crimson Tide run of the night. It is 2-0 Alabama on that base hit by Johnny Lem.
Job by Lem there, getting a 2-out hit. Crimson Tide jumping on the fastballs. This is belt high right in the middle. Exactly what you want. Doing a good job using the middle of the field. Serving it up for the RBI single.
RBI number 19 for Lem. And that'll bring Will Plattner, who is DHing tonight, to the plate. And he lifts one into right center field. Tough sun field for the right fielder Blair, but this is Walk charging in from center, and he makes the catch. The inning is over. But a Bryce Fowler home run to start the game on the very first pitch. A triple and a run scored for Brady Neal. And the Tide getting 2 in the first. Sooners come to the plate for the first time tonight when we return to normal. Now a piece of memorabilia. in Alabama history. But not the first good appearance for Tyler Fay. He's been good for a couple of years. In fact, he leads the SEC in innings pitched, and opponents are batting just $174 against him for the season.
Yeah, the ERA is at 3.80, but the fastball up to 97. I think he'll sit 93, 94. The sliders are really good, kind of a sweeper shape. Changeup, any count, both righties and lefties.
So we began the game with a home run on the very first pitch from Bryce Fowler. Let's see how things start here for the Sooners. Trey Gamble leads it off. One of the best at getting on base in the SEC. A .514 on-base percentage has him 6th in the conference. And just as you would expect, he's taken the first 2 pitches. You see, Brendan Brock is highlighted. He is Oklahoma's home runs and RBIs leader. He'll bat 3rd. He homered to produce 3 runs in Oklahoma's midweek win up in Tulsa against Oral Roberts just a couple of days ago. 3-0 the count here to Trey Gamble. Gamble is so effective up in the leadoff spot because of the number of walks that he draws. 49 of them last year, 24 this year. Right back on one hop to Fay. He'll kind of walk it over and then shovel it to Vaughn for the first out. You talk about Tyler Fay, and Rob Vaughn says he and Jason Jackson have been confident of how good his stuff is, and maybe Tyler Fay just needed to believe it. He was solid last year, and they kind of threw him into a start on the weekend just to do it, and he hasn't left since. He's been a centerpiece of the weekend starting rotation.
Yeah, 90% of this game is between the ears, right? He's projectable guy. The fastball's got some life to it, kind of low 3/4 slot. Sometimes you just need some confidence. It's tough to get 19, 20-year-old kids to understand that they're meant for great things at times.
And it's kind of like the light bulb has come on maybe since that no-hitter. There's a bouncing ball off the glove of the diving shortstop LeBron. And a one-out single here for Camden Johnson, who has been excellent for Skip Johnson as a transfer from Wichita State this year. Just an explosive, athletic player.
Yeah, a guy you really like to be in your 2-hole. Guy that can handle the bat, has some pop, 3 home runs on the year, will drive in a run when you need him to, and is just electric on the base paths.
Yeah, one of those home runs was an inside-the-park home run in the Gonzaga series for the Sooners. And as you said, electric on the bases. He is 19 of 21 in the stolen base department. And here is Brendan Brock leading the Sooners in home runs and runs batted in. Junior college transfer from Southwest Illinois Community College. Guy that Skip Johnson says he's just ultra athletic. They had an intra-squad the other day, and he's been a regular behind the plate. He's played in right field, DH'd. They had him out in center field in an intra-squad. I mean, that's a valuable piece.
Absolutely, and a guy that has just got long levers, right? Just looks the part. How many catchers can go out and play the 8 position? I know that for sure.
That's Bryce Harper-ish.
Really is. And the approach is good, right? Power to all fields. He's not a really big swing and miss guy. Just gets his knocks on time.
Pulls this one toward third. It's a fair ball. Backhanded by Torres. One hop throw, not in time. An infield hit for Brendan Brock. And so the Sooners put 2 men on with 1 out here in the first inning, answering what the Tide was able to do.
Yeah, Torres at third base gets a rollover ground ball. Takes him to his right. Does a nice job making the throw using the ground, but Brock too much speed getting down on the first base line.
And now we've got a conversation here between the plate umpire William Van Raphorst and Rob Vaughn. They want to challenge that call at first base. So the centralized SEC review marked down there by William Van Raphorst. Alabama losing a challenge in the first inning on a potential home run ball. And we'll see about this one. Hawkeye should give us a good look at this one. Man.
This is bang, bang.
It is. That is a heater.
Tie doesn't go to the runner, by the way, Chad. You have to beat the throw in my mind.
If I'm the runner, it does.
Yeah, for sure. Take the hit any way you can get it, huh? I think this is another one where you don't have a whole lot of information to overturn.
No, and you even get so far as to go, okay, was the spike on the bag before the ball was actually touching leather? And how do you tell such things?
Right. A couple weeks ago, we had the shadows with the spike touching the bag and stuff like that.
We have had two of the closest reviews that I can recall this year. Thus, even with the centralized review, the process has taken a moment. And Oklahoma's in position here. You know that Camden Johnson's going to be at second base. Oh, the call is overturned. And so Brendan Brock is out. So the challenge successful there by Rob Vaughn and the Crimson Tide. They'll get to keep that challenge. So 1 for 2 in the challenge department. And just like you said, nice play there by Torres. That is a speedy runner in Brendan Brock.
Really is. A ball down the line. He's a couple of steps off the bag. Does a really good job of using the ground to make that throw.
And here's Jackson Willits back in the lineup tonight. He sat out one game following he and Abigail, his wife of over a year, having their first child. And congratulations, they had little Gracie Kate. Carly's going to have a little more on that later on, but Jackson Willis missed one game. Back in there tonight. And Carly's got more on the newest member of the Willits family.
Yes, Chad, baby Gracie Kate Willits is at home with her mom, Abigail. They welcomed her into the world on Monday. She's actually been on standby the last 2 weeks, and Jackson's been kind of scrambling, like, when is she going to have the baby? When is she going to have the baby? So,
hey, Dad returns with an RBI
there
single.
we go.
How about that?
That's for Gracie Kate Willits. And then for those wondering, Reggie's grandpa name is Pops. How sweet is that?
Pops just popped a base hit to center to drive in a run in his first at bat post Gracie Kate being born.
I think you always remember your first RBI as a father. Does a nice job using the middle of the field here. Wide open 4-hole. Plenty of room to work. Just a 16 hopper. Take it.
A 16 hopper. You know, sometimes the sport of baseball is a story of life, isn't it? What a fitting return to the lineup for Jackson Willits. But, you know, Skip Johnson said he's been mature since the day he got to Norman. Does a lot of things, you know, taking young teammates and bringing them over for dinner, having conversations with them. Of course, now Reggie, Sooners offensive coordinator, former big leaguer, is a grandpa.
It's incredible, man. And you're right. Willits a guy that just comes in the locker room and does the right thing from day one. And he walks in as a freshman. You think he's a senior, just a veteran guy. He looks like a Pops, by the way.
Yeah. This one is pulled foul outside of third base. 1-2 on Dayton LaChance. There's Reggie, grandpa. And congratulations to him as well. Orchestrating that Sooner offense over there.
LaChance, I think, is a guy that the Sooners need to get going.
Not on this at bat. 94-mile-an-hour fastball elevated. LaChance swings through it, and the inning is over. But the Sooners get a run, and it's 2-1 tied, headed to the second.
Broadcast, it's the top of the second. Alabama leads 2-1. At the bottom of the first, Jason Walk was kind of pacing back and forth in the dugout after running into the back wall, and he seemed to be fatiguing a little bit, guys. Luckily, the trainer was able to spray something on his left knee, and he seems to be back out there, ready to go, but just something to keep an eye on as we continue on with this series.
All right, thank you, Carly. Yeah, collided with the center field wall. Looked good running down the final out in the bottom of the first inning after he crashed into the wall, but certainly something to keep an eye on. Remember, tomorrow's game has been moved up. It's going to be a 1 o'clock first pitch, originally slated for 6:30, but we're expecting some inclement weather in Norman tomorrow afternoon and evening, so the moving up to 1 o'clock Central Time, first pitch tomorrow. Justin Osterhaus, the left fielder, starts things for Alabama here. 1-1 the count. Osterhaus batting at .247 on the year. Transfer from Purdue Fort Wayne. He's had a Grand Rapids, Michigan. First season in Tuscaloosa. And the 2-1 is foul back. LJ Mercurius has a chance to kind of steady himself. Gave up a home run on the very first pitch that he threw. As you're trying to settle into things, find your location, and boom, one leaves the yard. That's got to be very unsettling.
Yeah, it's a shock to the system for sure. But credit to the Tide, man. They've come out swinging, getting their pitches, sitting early in the counts. Obviously, a couple of those swings were off first pitches. But got to tip the hat to your offense, right? You come back and cut the lead in half, in the bottom half.
The 2-2 pitch hit him. And so Osterhaus heads to first base. LJ Mercurius got him with that. We'll get another look at it.
Kind of runs in with a fastball here. Ooh, I don't know.
Did that hit him?
I don't know that it did. We'll see a good angle right here. Watch the shirt. Yeah, maybe it did.
You can see the jersey move. That's where you're happy you're wearing a double X instead of a medium.
You take that all day as a hitter, man. Free 90.
I don't know. That angle from out there behind the pitcher, it is tough to tell. But I think the close-up shot looked like there was a ripple as the ball came in. Let's look at that one. This one, we'll just say that William Van Raphoor's eyes are a lot closer than ours.
Behind home plate, you get an audible, right? You can hear the difference in it. You'll get a clear tick and then a glove snap, you know. I think we got that one right.
Luke Vaughn, the batter, redshirt sophomore from Cincinnati, has a 25-game on-base streak that was snapped in Alabama's midweek win at Jacksonville State. This one to straightaway center. Walk kind of pivots, jogs back, looked like a cornerback making a turn on a wide receiver there. And puts it away. You can tell he's still not feeling great out there in center field.
He's shaking his head, man. Like, man, I got a lot of work going on. You can tell I'm hurt. Spray some more of that stuff on my knee. Come on.
The Tide testing Jason Walk. One down. Osterhaus back to first, and here's Brennan Holt, the second baseman. Alabama with his 2-1 lead. A home run by Bryce Fowler on the very first pitch. Johnny Lim drove in the second run, and we had a disputed home run from Brady Neal. As this pitch is downstairs, on the move is Osterhaus, and the throw is not in time. So stolen base for Justin Osterhaus. That is his 7th in 8 tries this year.
Really good jump by Osterhaus. Gets a high leg kick from Mercurius. Off to the races. Throws a little bit to the left. I think we get that on the bag. There's a different outcome in here.
A little bit outside here to Brennan Holt. Look one more time.
Yeah, that ball's up the line a little bit. Yeah, clean stolen base. Stays on. I wonder if those sliding mix have grip on them.
Boy, that's a good question. We'll get a pair of those. That ball runs in and hits Brennan Holt. So that is the second batter hit by Mercurius. So LJ Mercurius is hit 2, has not walked a batter. And base traffic here for the Tide, trying to take advantage of it. Back to the top of the order for Fowler, who crashed that home run to straightaway left field to start the game.
Bet a lot of money to say he's not going to get a fastball here.
With the home run, he has now reached in 25 straight games. Rob Vaughn said he's one of the most clutch players that he's ever coached. And Skip Johnson's out for a pretty early visit. Maybe he sees something or just trying to settle down LJ Mercurius, who doesn't necessarily look like the same guy who started the first 4 or 5 games as a Sooner.
Yeah, 13 walks in 35 innings. I think it's a release point issue. Just got to settle him down. You're still 1 pitch away. Find a ground ball here. Maybe try to get on the same page with a good pitch that you like, that you're confident in. get some weak contact.
Got knocked around a little bit down in Austin last weekend, trying to bounce back. So just a quick visit from Skip, and then back over there to the dugout. That's Gavin Jones, left-hander, starting to get loose in the Oklahoma bullpen. Or at least do some stretching, maybe.
Yeah, he's got the Jaeger bands.
They're called Jaeger bands?
Yeah.
Why are they called Jaeger bands?
That's just the brand, I guess.
Okay.
Just do one of these, whip the arms around. You
Yeah.
know?
Maybe I need to do some more with the Jaeger bands. This one is driven, turned on, right field and deep. Fowler has hit his second home run of the night. This one is a 3-run blast, and it puts the Tide up 5-1. Turned and burned on that one, drove it well out of here. Osterhaus and Holt score ahead of the second home run in as many innings tonight for Bryce Fowler. He has driven in 4, and his home run count is up to 5. RBI count is now up to 24.
Yeah, just feasts on a changeup, left hanging, speeds up the barrel, gets some backspin on it. Great swing. Keeps the front hip back and closed and just drives it. This ball was crushed.
Bases are clear, 1 down in the inning. And here is Justin LeBron. LeBron hit a fly ball to the Sooner right fielder Alec Blair his first time. (5-1) tied on top. This pitch is a little bit upstairs. We'll see how much longer Skip Johnson continues here with L.J. Mercurius. L.J.'s younger brother Xander has been excellent out of the bullpen for Skip Johnson. 9th season as head coach of the Sooners. College World Series all the way to the championship game in 2022. Really likes many of the young arms that he has on this staff. We were talking with him about that. Cord Rager, who we will see start game number 3. And then who we mentioned, Xander Mercurius. You also had a look at Nick Wazlowski the other night at Oral Roberts, throwing about 96 miles an hour. And that pitch is in, and a walk to LeBron. And you can tell that L.J. Mercurius is just not himself. He's not a real big guy, you know, L.J. is not. He will gain strength, though, as he goes through the rest of his college career.
Yeah, a guy that normally pounds the zone in this inning. You got 2 hits batsman, a walk now, a guy that kind of just really lives off being able to control the fastball, and he just doesn't have it.
So here's Neal, who hit that ball off the top of the center field wall. LeBron is on the move. A good throw and a snap tag by Willits, but LeBron is able to swipe it again. And you mentioned it, he can really scoot. You would think once he might not get a good jump and get thrown out. It never happens to him.
Yeah, this jump seems a little bit late, but the speed just picks up for that. Yeah, tag on the upper thigh of the left leg.
He is now 24 out of 24 in the stolen base department, is LeBron. 1-1 the count on Neal. Neal, so it was ruled eventually a triple, and then he scored on the base hit by Lem in the first. 2 balls and a strike. Brady Neal began his collegiate career in 2023 at LSU. He was sidelined by injury in 23, then didn't play much in 2024 as he shoots this one into the right center field alley. LeBron is going to turn and score easily on the base hit by Brady Neal. And it's 6-1 Crimson Tide in the second inning. Brady Neal has tripled. He has singled. He's driven in a run. He has scored a run. And it's all tied early here in the opener in Norman.
Yeah, the top of this lineup really doing the heavy lifting. 4 RBIs for Bryce Fowler. Brady Neal chiming in. Credit to the plan and the approach. That's a changeup on the outside corner he stayed back on. Served it into center field.
And it's going to be an early exit for L.J. Mercurius. He will leave here with 1 away in the second inning and trailing 6-1. Just hasn't had it the last couple of weeks. You can tell he's frustrated, and Skip Johnson has to go to the bullpen very early in what's going to be a lengthy weekend series here in Norman. So the call to the pen has been made. We saw Gavin Jones, who was kind of stretching and getting ready out there. We'll see who comes into the game. It will not be Gavin Jones. It looks like it may be Xander Mercurius who enters the fray, and that is who it will be. So the freshman younger brother of LJ Mercurius will relieve him here in the second inning. We'll step aside, hit the reset button. 6-1, tied on top in the second. Well, Xander Mercurius is on, relieving his brother LJ, who got hit early and hit hard by the Crimson Tide tonight. He gives up a home run on the very first pitch to Bryce Fowler. Fowler has homered twice and driven in 4 runs already here tonight. And so now it is Xander Mercurius. This is a big role for Skip Johnson and the Sooners in the grand scheme of the weekend, honestly, and how much you have to use your bullpen and are able to shape that through this 3-game set play.
Yeah, it's always scary on Friday night when the starter doesn't get as far as you need him to, because now you're looking for a freshman to get some depth out of this game, right? Take some pressure off the bullpen.
Jason Torres swats this pitch deep into left center field. Back to the warning track, and this one is gone. It is a 2-run home run for Jason Torres. 8-1 Crimson Tide in the second inning in the series opener in Norman. Bama brought the bats to Norman in their first visit here since 2018, as Torres hits the 3rd home run in an inning and a third here on this Thursday night.
Jumps on the fastball again. Let's see where it was. It's actually a breaker, just hung. Like that's been the story all night. Alabama doing a nice job of taking advantage of pitches left up in the zone. Great swing by Torres.
2 home runs in the inning, 2 hit batsmen, a walk and a single, and 6 runs across here in the second for the Crimson Tide. Here's Johnny Lim, who delivered an RBI single back in the first inning. He drove in Brady Neal. And a big hack right there. Comes up empty. Oklahoma has shifted a little bit. They've got Willits, the shortstop, closer to behind the bag at second. And he just missed away with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And the arm talent is certainly there for Xander Mercurius. And Blake, he has been in this role, honestly, the last couple of weeks for Oklahoma, and he has helped keep them in their last 2 series on the weekend.
Yeah, I've been rather impressed with this kid. The freshman that doesn't seem the moment's too big for him, right? He just comes out, pounds the zone. He gets a slider, gets hit really hard for a home run, then he comes back right to the zone, strike 1.
There's LJ over there after a rough evening, as this pitch is fouled off. Xander Mercurius, Oklahoma went to LSU for a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series 2 weeks ago. Now, they lost the opener, and Xander Mercurius pitched 5 innings in that game. So you say, well, what's the big deal? He came out of the bullpen for 5 innings when the Sooners starter Cameron Johnson had struggled in that outing, and he kept Oklahoma at least viable that night. This one beats the shift. It's a base hit by Lim into the left field corner. He's charging into second base as Trey Gamble comes up with it, and that's a double for Lim, who's 2 for 2 tonight with a single and a double.
The Tide can do no wrong. So fastball, I think it's well located on the black on the inner half. Lim does a nice job just kind of inside out, and it little Derek Jeter from the left-hand side.
So another man in scoring position for the Tide, and the 9th batter of the inning is Will Plattner. He flied out to Jason Walk in center field his first time. 8 runs on 7 hits. Johnson cuts this one off, looks Lim back to the bag at second, and gets Plattner. 2 down. And the man who started the inning by getting hit by a pitch, Justin Osterhaus, will bat again. He was hit by a pitch. Brennan Holt was hit by a pitch. And then Fowler crashed his second home run of the night. 3-run blast. Blattner batting for the third time. He is 0 for 2. Xander Mercurius trying to get Oklahoma out of what's been a troublesome second inning. 2-0 to Osterhaus. First base is open with 2 gone. Luke Vaughn is the on-deck hitter. 3 home runs for Alabama tonight. Now 42 on the year. They've hit 13 in SEC play. This one is well hit to left. Trey Gamble is back to the warning track, and this ball is gone. It's a 2-run home run for Justin Osterhaus, the 4th homer of the night. Alabama laying the wood to Oklahoma through the first 2 innings. It is 10-1 tied in the second. And that's the 3rd home run this inning.
Just an advantage count fastball, middle. Osterhaus does a nice job being quick to it. Gets the front foot down on time, elevates to left. Great swing. That just clipped it.
Here's Luke Vaughn. He flied out to center. And he takes a strike from Xander Mercurius. 8 runs here in the inning. And this one popped up foul. Fowler, Torres, and Osterhaus have homered. For Osterhaus, that is home run number 3. He's now driven in 15 runs on the year. Mercurius misses a little bit downstairs with that fastball. Luke Vaughn has hit 5 home runs on the year. And he spoils that pitch. Breaking pitch that's fouled off.
This is a good spot. Slider down and away. Gets Vaughn to kind of chase a little bit. Gritty at bat. Just fouling it off to get to the next pitch.
Right back to Mercurius. He'll flip it over to first. And the inning is mercifully over for the Sooners. The Tide clubbing 3 more home runs. 8 runs on 5 hits and a 10-1 lead headed to the bottom of the second. (10-1) Alabama on top in this series opener, and we're in the bottom of the second inning. 4 home runs by the Crimson Tide, including 2 by Bryce Fowler, who has driven in 4 runs already tonight. 10 runs on 8 hits. And very comfortable is Tyler Fay out there. He gave up an RBI base hit in the bottom of the first inning as Oklahoma chipped away at the lead. But then a big 8 spot put up by the Crimson Tide in the second. Alec Blair, Nolan Stevens, and Kyle Branch to stand in. Blair pulls this one to first, and Luke Vaughn will take care of it for the first out.
Yeah, as a starting pitcher, you got to just take a breath of fresh air when you get an 8 spot put up early in the game. You just come out, throw strikes, pound the zone, try to get outs on time.
You see the pitch communication interface there. Fay getting the call, looks down to see what it is. Nolan Stevens DHing for Oklahoma here tonight. Transfer from Mississippi State. His brother Grant is the OU pitching development coach, former Oklahoma pitcher himself. 0-1 pitch from Fay. And now with an 0-2 count, the Crimson Tide will shift. They'll take the third baseman Torres over onto the first base side of the infield. And Fay thought he had strike 3. You know that no-hitter that he pitched, 130 pitches, 13 strikeouts, and only 2 walks. You'll accumulate some pitches when you strike out 13. And there's a strikeout looking of Nolan Stevens. Strikeout number 2 tonight for Tyler Fay.
Yeah, he had his A stuff a couple weeks ago. It seems like he's got it back tonight. 2 quick outs here in the second inning and just spotting up everything. Trying to get the backdoor curveball pitch before this. We'll see that. Fastball frozen on the inner half.
Here's Kyle Branch, the Oklahoma second baseman. Like a 6-game hitting streak. Been good in SEC play. Skip Johnson said, we know what he's capable of. Had a very good freshman season. He grounds this one to LeBron. And the inning is over. A couple of ground balls and a strikeout in a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Fay, working with a 10-1 Alabama lead headed to the third. Ten runs on 8 hits for the Crimson Tide. 4 home runs already. 1 run on 2 hits for the Sooners. And back out to the mound goes Xander Mercurius. He came on to relieve his brother LJ Mercurius in the second inning with 1 out. Gave up a couple of home runs, but got out of it. First pitch swinging and a ground ball off the bat of Brennan Holt. He is retired to start the third. First pitch swinging there. I believe it's been a first pitch swing to each Alabama hitter to start all 3 innings so far tonight.
Kind of came by in a blink, right? You close your eyes, you're down 10-1. Done a nice job just attacking balls over the middle of the plate. Pitches left up, they're taking advantage.
Here's Bryce Fowler, 2 home runs. Solo shot and a 3-run blast. And a fastball that just misses outside. This being Easter weekend. Many SEC series around the league begin on Thursday night. This is one of 6 that will play tonight. You've also got Ole Miss at Florida. Arkansas is at Auburn. Another top 20 battle like this one is. And then 2 top 5 teams squaring off in Starkville. 5th-ranked Georgia at number 4 Mississippi State. Georgia with 87 home runs. And Mississippi State leading the SEC with a .336 team batting average. There's a strikeout of Fowler, so he's retired for the first time after hitting 2 home runs.
That gets him with the fastball up right there. It's a really good sequence by Xander Mercurius. 95 at the letters. Gets Fowler out for the first time tonight.
So the base is empty and 2 gone. Here is Justin LeBron. Walked, stole a base, and scored in the second. He's also fly to right field. Just to finish up with the rest of the SEC, you got 2nd-ranked Texas at South Carolina tonight. Vanderbilt opens a series in College Station against the 20th-ranked Aggies tonight. The 0-1 is upstairs here to LeBron. And then the 2 other series, LSU at Tennessee and Missouri at number 24 Kentucky, will both get started tomorrow. And once again, our game here moved from 6:30 up to 1 o'clock with impending weather tomorrow evening here in Norman. 1 and 2 on LeBron. And you ask Rob Vaughn about Justin LeBron, he cannot say enough great things, obviously, about him. He said he's just our guy. This is who they want at the plate. The game's on the line and in clutch situations.
You see a lot by how a guy carries himself on the field, right? Sprinting on and off, and after maybe a boot a ball, like see how he reacts to it. He just seems like he takes it as it comes and just always lives for the next pitch.
rifles this one down the left field line as he turns on it. Hits it foul. Up onto the hill, the berm. Boy, good crowd. Haven't even had a chance to talk about the crowd. Yes, there's still some football played in Norman. It's not just baseball season. Spring football is going on. These two teams' football programs got to know each other a couple of times last fall, meeting in the college football playoff. LeBron pops this one up. Brendan Brock, the Sooner catcher, back near the fence. Good job to hang with that. That is not an easy play with the wind blowing. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Xander Mercurius. Lots of applause from the home crowd at Kimry Family Stadium. We'll see if the Sooner Bats can respond as we move to the bottom of the third. Opener, welcome back to Kimry Family Stadium in Norman alongside former Oklahoma Sooner Blake Brewster. I'm Chad McKee. Glad that you are along for the ride. Alabama leading 10-1. And Oklahoma trying to get the offense broken out here. Jason Walk in the number 9 spot. Then back to the top of the order for Trey Gamble and Camden Johnson to face Tyler Fay. See if Walk continues to move around well. He crashed into the center field wall playing a ball that was hit nearly out of here back in the first inning by Brady Neal. And Walk takes a strike. Pretty smooth, easy, rhythmic delivery there from Tyler Fay, wouldn't you say, Blake?
Yeah, man, it just seems like he's in complete control right now. It's up 10-1, so he's just trying to pound the zone.
1-2.
It does. It's easy velo, Chad. And some guys are an enigma to me like that. My hardest I ever threw was 83 from the left side. So when a guy comes up and just does it nice and easy like this, it's impressive.
That is strikeout number 3 for Tyler Fay. And we're going to see a guy who makes it look easy from the left side for Oklahoma tomorrow when we see Cameron Johnson.
It's that change up to Walk. Well located, starts in the middle, works it all the way to the corner of the plate. Great location by Tyler Fay.
That'll bring in Trey Gamble, the Oklahoma left fielder. Gamble hit one back to Tyler Fay his first time up. They call Trey Gamble Unc, due to the Sooner teammates. Veteran guy. Salt Lake Community College, comes from a baseball playing family. He's got 2 brothers who played out at BYU, Cole and Tate. Younger brother Cade also was a player at Salt Lake Community College where Trey Gamble played. So 4 of them. Can you imagine trying to get everybody to their Little League games as parents with 4 boys playing at generally the same time?
My mind went to the wiffle ball games in the backyard.
Oh.
Man, that'd be good.
This one rolled to the second baseman, Holt. And he takes care of Gamble for the second out. What kind of a car are we going with that many guys and that much gear?
Dude, that's got to be the Toyota Sienna for sure.
Wow, you went with the exact brand. You knew it, too, as though you may speak from experience.
You got the captain's chair that the passenger seat turns all the way around. Got the ice chest in there. Come on, man.
So you would be a minivan driving baseball dad.
Absolutely.
Good on you, Blake Brewster. Good on you.
Give me 9 of them.
Here's Camden Johnson. Swings through that first pitch. Singleton scored on the base hit by Jackson Willits back in the first. At that time, Oklahoma had gotten back within 2-1. But then Alabama with an 8 spot in the second. That's a line smash hit right to Holt for the final out. And it's back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Tyler Fay. His team has him a 10-1 lead headed to the 4th here in Norman. Just a beautiful evening here at Kimry Family Stadium in Norman. The pictures say everything on how nice the night is. And it's been particularly nice if you're a fan of the Crimson Tide. 4 home runs for this man's team tonight. Rob Vaughn, 3rd season as the head coach in Tuscaloosa. Back-to-back NCAA regionals for him. You know, his team's offense has really been on an uptick over this 8-game winning streak that they've had. He says, I don't even look at the numbers. Couldn't tell you where we are batting average wise in the standings. He said, I'm just looking for quality at bats. And they've had a bunch of them so far tonight, Blake.
Right, it's not a fluke, man. They've got 6 extra base hits tonight, just 2 singles out of 8 hits. done a nice job just sticking to the plan, and that comes from culture, right? You get guys to buy in, and it's paying off tonight.
Brady Neal has 2 of the 8 hits. Tripled off the center field wall in the first and singled in the second. He's driven in a run and scored 2 runs. So Xander Mercurius worked a 1-2-3 third. He's retired 4 men in a row. And that outside strike has not been called very much tonight, if at all. Pitchers having to adjust. This is rocketed right back through the box and out into center field. 3rd hit for Brady Neal in 3 plate appearances through 4 innings. Locked in.
Yeah, just swings the bat extremely hard, man. The contact is extremely good. Another one here where he's just using the middle of the field and just pounds this ball.
Speaking of pound it, Jason Torres did just that. He homered back in the second. One of the 3 home runs hit by the Tide. His was a 2-run home run. The home run was the first batter that Xander Mercurius faced after he entered, replacing his brother, LJ. Hard hit ball backhanded to third by Camden Johnson, and the Sooners go around the horn for a double play. Oklahoma has been excellent defensively. That's the 13th double play they have turned in SEC play alone. That leads the league. It's number 25 overall.
Yeah, this is a tougher one to turn. You'll see this ground ball get to Camden Johnson's right. Does a nice job giving a good feed to Kyle Branch, just flipping it over to get the second out. Well turned.
Very athletic third baseman Camden Johnson. He has played shortstop a couple of times this year. In fact, he played shortstop in Oklahoma's midweek game up in Tulsa, their win over Oral Roberts back on Tuesday. Jackson Willits celebrating the birth of his first child. Camden moved over there, no problem. 0-1 pitch in there for a strike to Johnny Lim. Lim singled in the first, doubled and scored in the second. Got him swinging. So Xander Mercurius has found it now. He has faced the minimum batters in each of the last 2 innings for Skip Johnson and provided some solidity out of the bullpen. We'll visit with the Sooner head coach when we return. Their Sooner head coach Skip Johnson out having a little conversation with William Van Raphorst, the plate umpire, and now headed back. His team trying to rally, down 10-1. Alabama getting 8 runs there in the top of the second inning to pull away and separate this game a little bit. Sooners facing one of the best arms in the SEC and, in fact, in the country so far this year, and Tyler Fay, who has retired the side in each of the last 2 innings. 10 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Tide. Sooners a run on 2 hits, an RBI single by Jackson Willits in the first. It'll be the heart of the Oklahoma lineup here. Brendan Brock, Jackson Willits, and Dayton LaChance. And Sooner head coach Skip Johnson joining us here for just a couple of moments. And the role of Xander Mercurius, he's been super important for you, in particular in SEC play. What's important over the next couple of innings for him here?
Throw all zeros up there and let's start hitting.
What's the approach at the plate to get when you're down 9 right here? Are you trying to extend at bats?
No, get good pitches to hit. You know, I mean, you got to square the pitches that they're throwing in the middle of the plate, and you got to take your strikes. I mean, they did a really good job with LJ. And he got some balls, hit 2 guys in leverage counts, and that's what happens.
All right, Skip, we appreciate it. We'll let you get back to
Thanks.
it. Sooner head coach Skip Johnson joining us there. Team time to rally, separating balls from strikes. And, you know, with Skip, and always is his approach. It's those simple things. Separate balls from strikes and throw strikes. Can't get any simpler than that. And trying to separate balls from strikes there, but Brendan Brock gets rung up on a called strike 3. That'll bring in Jackson Willits, who had the RBI single back in the first. That's 4 strikeouts for Tyler Fay so far tonight. He's got 56 on the year. That's 7th in the SEC. Jackson Willits taking a strike there. Younger brother Eli, the number 1 overall pick in the 2025 MLB draft. The 0-2 is outside. Got to watch him a little bit when he would come up and take a little batting practice before games, and you're just watching this raw, incredible talent that he has. You could see why he was the number 1 pick.
Yeah, I got to see him when he was 16. He just separates himself, right? I mean, and that's the Willits family. That's a baseball family.
And there's Jackson, who came through with the RBI base hit. There's his wife Abigail and Gracie Kate, who is just now 3 days old, out here taking in the ball game. Her first one. There they were, born on Monday. And Dad came through with the RBI base hit in his first at bat since she was born. He hits this one off Fay's glove, but Fay locates it and then just kind of shovel passes that one over to the first baseman. These two teams know about shovel passes. The football programs certainly do, and Fay able to toss that one to Luke Vaughn. 2 gone.
Good job by Fay staying with that ball. Tips off your glove. You got no idea where it's at. Kind of like a catcher on a foul tip right in front of you. Good job getting the second out of this inning.
LaChance fouls this one back. 95-mile-per-hour fastball by Fay. Oklahoma hoping that the power comes for big Dayton LaChance. Hasn't hit a home run this year out of Sherbrooke, Quebec, Canada. McLennan Community College, where he played for Skip Johnson's son Tyler there. Tyler's now on Dan Hefner's staff at Dallas Baptist. In fact, they visited Norman for a midweek game earlier this year. Johnson versus Johnson. And Skip said, hey, when we're between the lines, he knows it's different. And then you hug one another after the game. You say, good game, but he is super proud of Tyler to be on that staff. Junior college coaches getting a chance at the Division I level, and that was the case for Skip, certainly. Coming from Navarro Junior College and getting the opportunity, those great years that he had with Augie Garrido down at Texas before coming to Norman.
Yeah, it's got to be a proud dad moment. See him across the field like that. Just see him, his development all the way through as a player, turning a coach. And you're right, the JUCO level doesn't get a whole lot of love, especially the coaching staffs, right? To see that jump from JUCO to D1 is incredible.
Yeah, but the stories that they can tell and the players that they see that are raw and untapped, Skip Johnson can tell you. He was telling some before the game about Brian Cole, a player who was just an amazing talent who unfortunately passed away after he got drafted by the Mets. High fly ball to left that is caught by Osterhaus, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Fay, his 3rd straight. 10-1, tied on top, headed to the 5th in Game 1 in Norman.
I don't know.
That was only for those who need a little corrective behavior on the weekends, Blake.
Did you go to school in the summertime? Because I did too.
No, one time. Driver's education.
Oh, okay.
Driver's education, that was it. Although they invited me numerous times. Will Plattner leads things off. Plattner, one of those guys that a team has to have. We were talking about junior college coaches and Skip Johnson's experience there. And Rob Vaughn did not play junior college baseball, but he said a lot of the coaches who brought him up were JUCO guys. He said, I can certainly appreciate Skip and the mentality that JUCO baseball brings with it. And Will Plattner is one of those type of guys. Didn't play at a junior college. He was at Ole Miss and then transferred to Alabama, but had to walk on. And, you know, that's not necessarily easy. didn't play in 2024. As the 1-2 pitch is powdered past him. 94 on that fastball. And Plattner is out for the third time tonight. Xander Mercurius, I wouldn't say he didn't have it figured out when he first came in, but it's not necessarily easy to come in the middle of this. And he has looked good after the first couple of hitters he faced.
Yeah, this is the pitch he's been doing it on, too. Got Bryce Fowler on this one. The fastball elevated at the letters. Kind of got a riding action. Looks like it's rising a little bit.
Here's Justin Osterhaus. He homered his second time up. That was in that second inning when Alabama hit 3 home runs. Fowler, Torres, and Osterhaus all homering. That was after Fowler homered on the first pitch of the game as well. Pretty good looking changeup there, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. That outside corner when Rappelhorst is set up to a lefty's not been called tonight.
One is fouled back. What's the secret to throwing a good changeup? You know, there are those who, even really good pitchers, never fully master the changeup. But if you can get a lot of people out with it.
A couple different things. People like to mess with the grip. You got to find one that's comfortable to you. Just finding ways to make that baseball feel comfortable with your hands. You only got 3 fingers on it. It's different than a fastball. And then just throwing it like a fastball as hard as you can. It's hard to teach movement, though, Chad. That's
that arm side run that everybody wants out of it.
If I had to tell somebody, go play catch with it. You know, play long toss with it. That's something that always worked for me, just being able to try to feel things from a long perspective and then work it into that 60-foot, 6 inches range.
1-2 pitch is downstairs to Justin Osterhaus.
See if he goes back to the fastball at the letters again. It's been working for him.
Instead, he turns one over on him and strikes out Osterhaus. Back-to-back strikeouts. In fact, it's 3 straight strikeouts going back to the final out of the 4th inning.
You're absolutely right. Pulls the string, really well located. This is the adjustment that I think Xander's made. That changeup's not left up. He's not just trying to change speeds over the middle of the plate. He's getting that thing down. Unhittable.
Here's Luke Vaughn. Now 4 in a row retired by Mercurius. Since that last out in the second inning, he's only allowed the hit to Neal, but he got him on a double play ball. And this one popped up by Vaughn, and that will actually land on the turf. It's such a tough ball here. If you're not familiar with Kimry Family Stadium, if you're just down there kind of around home plate, maybe you're on the mound, you really can't feel the wind all that much. It typically is blowing out of the south this time of the year in Norman, but when it gets above the roof, the wind catches it. And a ball like that might start out over the bleachers, but it gets above the stadium, Blake, and it can be blown back into the field of play.
Oh, it's very tough. We saw Brock here a couple of innings ago make a really nice play up against the netting. I actually think this one rolls off the netting and hits the brick. You're right. Just a tough play to stay with.
There's a good pitch from Xander Mercurius. Now he's been able to throw all 3 of those pitches, and he's got Alabama kind of guessing a little bit.
Right. The approach for the first couple innings for the Tide was hammer fastball, and if the changeup's up, stay back. Now you're locating 3 pitches for strike, keeping guys off balance.
0-2 pitch. Vaughn checked his swing. Luke Vaughn, sophomore, redshirt out of Cincinnati. Missed 2025 with an injury, and then was out early this season with an ankle injury. Two and two now. That's certainly the thing that Skip Johnson talks about with Xander Mercurius and all of these freshman pitchers that he has. We talked about Nick Weslowski, who pitched on Tuesday, and then Cord Rager, whom we'll see on Saturday. They are ultra competitive. Let's go. They want to get the ball and get after it. Tough spot here. Retreating is the shortstop Willits, but it rides back to the left fielder Trey Gamble for the final out. And it's another 1-2-3 inning worked by Xander Mercurius. 10-1 Alabama midway through this series opener. Bottom of the fifth inning in this series opener at Kimry Family Stadium in Norman. Chad McKee and Blake Brewster, joined by Rob Vaughn, the head coach of the Crimson Tide. A couple of home runs up there in that top spot tonight for Bryce Fowler. What makes him such a catalyst and such a competitive part of your lineup?
I think you hit the nail on the head, man. He's just an elite competitor. You know, Jen, I think that's my favorite thing about Bryce. He's just like Skip does, man. We were talking about JUCO players before the game, man. JUCO kids are just tough. They play hard. You know, and he's just gotten better and better. He had a good year for us last year. But, man, where Bryce is going right now, the rest of the team goes with him. So he's been outstanding so far. So big night for him thus far, but we still got a lot of baseball left.
Up 9 runs in this game. How's this make it easy on Tyler Fay? 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, and 1 earned run.
Yeah, you know, I think it's obviously more comfortable pitching with the lead. It's a little bit easier to attack, but at the same time, you know, especially thought his most impressive inning was bottom 2. You know, I mean, we score 8. He sits over here for 30 minutes and hit around, which every pitcher loves, but you also got to get back in there because that's a big inning to go back up and get some zeros for us right there. And I think the beauty of it, man, is like you look up in the first and they got a couple knocks off them, but they're all on the ground, and that's what sinker guys are going to give up some hits on the ground, but he was able to minimize and do a good job holding him at 1, and he's been efficient with his pitch count, so we need him to lock in and continue going, man. But his stuff's been really good. He's mixing pitches, throwing a boatload of strikes, been efficient, so we need another efficient inning out of him here.
All right, Coach, we appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Roll Tide.
That is Rob Vaughn, the head coach of the Tide. They have rolled so far, 10-1 advantage. And this is the freshman Alec Blair for Oklahoma. It's Blair, Stevens, and then Kyle Branch to face Tyler Fay here. Alec Blair, super talented player, two-sport athlete, started on the basketball court with Porter Moser's team as well, played a game coming in as a two-sport player, and then just decided he wanted to focus on the baseball side of it. In fact, Porter Moser's Oklahoma basketball team is still alive in the college basketball crown. The other postseason event that's going on, they beat Colorado last night in overtime out in Las Vegas, and they're going to play on Saturday at 12:30 against Baylor in the semifinals of that event. But Alec Blair, that's indicative of the type of athlete that he is as he goes after that high fastball, comes up empty. 1 away here in the 5th inning.
Fay doing a nice job, just pounding the zone. Runs that sinker up at the letters. Gets a swing and miss from Alec Blair. Just kind of piggybacks off what Rob Vaughn was talking about. Guy that just pounds the zone and just being competitive, even though you're up 9 runs.
5 strikeouts, no walks. A run and a couple of hits surrendered by Tyler Fay as he goes to work against Nolan Stevens, who he struck out looking back in the 2nd. 1-0, pretty well hit. Left center field. Osterhaus is on the move, back to the track, and this ball is out of here. It's a home run to the opposite field for Nolan Stevens, the Oklahoma DH. And we will see if that sparks the Sooner offense to life.
Third home run up on the year for Stevens. Makes an adjustment on this sinking fastball, running away. Stays in the middle of the field. Let's watch the load on time, on top. Knew it right off the bat.
That is Oklahoma's first hit since Jackson Willits' RBI single in the 1st. Tyler Fay had been cruising right along before that blast by Nolan Stevens. And for Oklahoma, that is home run number 26 as a team. Kyle Branch up. He grounded out to the shortstop LeBron his first time. Now a little mound visit from Johnny Lem. Try to settle down Tyler Fay.
Coach Vaughn made a really good point. Sinker ballers will get ground balls, a lot of ground balls, right? Let's talk about the flip side of that. And I think Nolan Stevens did a good job of that. When you're facing a sinker baller, you got to imagine trying to hit under that baseball, right? If a four-seam fastball stays straight, the sinker ball is going to kind of run away from you. So you got to try to see the bottom of the baseball to square it up. Did a nice job right there.
Just a little bit in with that one. It's a Kyle Branch. Kyle Branch. His brother Colby is on that Georgia team. They got to play against each other last season. As Faye misses low with that one. And so Kyle Branch, who though he is from Texas, is a lifelong Oklahoma Sooner fan. Heads to first base. Oklahoma's offense showing some life here in the fifth. The home run by Stevens. Walk to Branch, and we'll see what Jason Walk can do. Showing Button taking that one down and in. You see anything different here from Faye that he's missing with some pitches fairly well out of his zone?
I think a little bit shell-shocked by the home run. Left one up and got ran into. Just trying to be a little bit too perfect. Get back to who you are. Weak contact, pound the zone.
1-1 to Jason Walk. Looks to be faring okay since crashing into the center field wall back in the first inning. Struck out his first time. Sends this one into left and left center field, kind of tailing toward left. Flagged down by the center fielder, Bryce Fowler. 2 gone. Back to the top of the Oklahoma lineup here.
Good adjustment by Faye there. 4-pitch walk to Branch. Goes down 2-0 to Jaywalk, but gets that sinker running away again. Gets weak contact, weak fly ball to the center fielder. Out number 2.
Gamble unloads right center field. This ball is gone. Trey Gamble with the second Oklahoma home run of the inning. It's a 2-run blast as the Sooners scratch back into this one in the series opener in Norman.
5th homer on the year, 21 RBIs for Gamble. Let's look where this location is. Up. Sinker balls need to be down. Gamble making them pay for it.
Nolan Stevens, a home run to left center. Trey Gamble to right center. As Oklahoma goes deep twice. And a nice souvenir out there for the fans who have come down to sit outside the right center field fence. New look here at Kimry Family Stadium. It used to be a solid wall all the way around. Now you've got the open fencing. You can see into the bullpens, and fans, at least for now, can sit down there. That may be a premium seat as the stadium upgrades continue here at Kimry Family Stadium, but they'll have the big, beautiful new team room and clubhouse down the right field line. For now, man, that is you could get here early, stake your spot, and then maybe you could actually charge money for someone to come in. Shift is on, and this is grounded to the second baseman Holt. He just does get Camden Johnson to close out the 5th inning. But Oklahoma back in it. 2 home runs, 1 from Gamble and 1 from Stevens. 10-4 tied, headed to the 6th.
Boys,
I think we've all been there. Boys, put your shirts back on.
hey, a little bit fired up. The Sooners hit a couple home runs. Getting the home crowd back into it. 6-run game now.
6 home runs in this game. 4 by the Tide, 2 by the Sooners. Xander Mercurius has steadied things, although he gave up a couple of home runs in relief. But that's tough. You get thrust into the middle of the mix against a red-hot team. As he delivers this pitch. Where was that one, Blake? I missed that one.
I think it caught plate.
Yeah, I think Xander Mercurius thought it did also.
This completely changes things, right? You got a 6-run game now. If I'm Xander, I'm just trying to get as much length as I can, just trying to get quick outs, save my bullpen.
By the way, what have you thought of the new MLB pitch challenges that are available?
I love it, man. It keeps guys accountable, right? And you got to use a little bit of strategy with it. A lot of guys are using them early, and they don't have them late, and it turns out to be important. But it's going to be interesting to see how, managers try to hold up like, hey, look, 4 or 5 innings, we're not challenging, okay? We're
Yeah.
going to wait till later innings. And, you know, a lot of those guys will use the challenge on a 0-0 count, right? Like, how does that help you? If it's a ball, like you're up 1-0. If it's a strike, you're only down 0-1.
That ball comes in and hits Brennan Holt. So the 2-2 pitch is a hit by pitch. And that's the third Crimson Tide hitter that has been hit by pitch tonight. Leadoff man is aboard. Mercurius had been going along well for Skip Johnson. Worked a 1-2-3 fifth, faced the minimum in the fourth, and had a 1-2-3 third as well. So last 3 innings, he had faced 9 batters. Got a double play ball there in the fourth that helped with that. But now deals with the base runner. And the top of the lineup, Fowler, who's homered twice. And he was trying to make it a 3rd home run with that swing. I don't blame him.
When you're hot, right? This guy's approach is really good. It's been impressive. Stays in his legs. Fun guy to watch.
Goes after a 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
Keep an eye on that velo, Chad. It's dropped down to 92. He's up to 97 in his first couple innings. That pitch count getting up to 62 now.
Just missed upstairs. We heard Rob Vaughn talk about Bryce Fowler being a JUCO guy. Spent 2 years at Southern Miss, and then 2024 he was at Pearl River Community College. Kind of a reset year there before coming to Tuscaloosa, and he skies this one on the infield near where you would say traditional second base is played, and Kyle Branch makes that catch.
It's a big out right there, especially with Fowler being as hot as he is at the leadoff spot. Big out for the freshman. Now you're 1 pitch away.
Tell you what you love about this environment. Crowd is into it. I mean, like you said, it was a 9-run game just a few moments ago, and the crowd has not gone away at all. Skip Johnson's been super happy and proud of the crowds that have shown up as Oklahoma has gotten into the SEC. Of course, a lot of the schools travel, but Oklahoma fans have shown up, and they'll continue to enjoy the improvements happening here at Kimry Family Stadium, formerly L. Dale Mitchell Park, and L. Dale Mitchell is going to still be recognized with L. Dale Mitchell Plaza. That's going to commemorate a lot of the great achievements in Oklahoma history. Oklahoma trying to roll over another double play, but not this time. They turned a 5-4-3 double play in the fourth, but the speed of Justin LeBron just too much. Well, that chopper to third. So he beats the throw to first, and he'll be safe there with 2 down for Brady Neal. You can just tell, looking at LeBron, he's not happy. Doesn't have a hit yet tonight. He's walked and scored a run, and he's over there at first base with 2 gone. Brady Neal is 3 for 3. A triple back in the first, disputed, challenged, but eventually called a triple. Looked like it might have been a home run to center field. Singled in the second, singled in the fourth. So Neal 3 for 3, an RBI and 2 runs scored. 1-1 to count to him. Oklahoma's second baseman Kyle Branch is almost out in shallow right field. There's a throw over. LeBron stole his 24th base of the year on 24 tries. I'm going to update that by 1 because he swiped a bag back in the second. And then he would come in to score on the base hit by Brady Neal. Now that's the difference that it makes with the stolen base threat. It only takes a single to get a guy like this home. As they like to say, a base hit or a walk is a double for him, because he's going to be at second base.
Yeah, I got a feeling he's going to play a long time in the big leagues, man. Just a guy that is kind of a 5-tool guy. The defense this year's gone down a tick, but I think once he gets in the pro ranks, he'll get some at-bats and get a lot of time out there and just kind of sharpen that glove up, but the power's there, speed's there. It's a full package with Justin LeBron.
Not going. That pitch. That is really after the plate umpire, William Van Rampers. So 3 balls and a strike here to Neal. Neal trying to maybe buy ball 4. Instead, it's 3-2. And Neal taking a timeout.
Yeah, you go from an advantage count to think you got to walk, and you just got to reset yourself right there. I think that's what Brady Neal's doing. Just trying to get his mind back right.
Yeah, these are the moments that Skip Johnson loves to watch the reaction of a young pitcher like this as well, doesn't he?
Absolutely, and Xander kind of exudes confidence, right? After every pitch, he's shaking his head. Yes, let's go. Right now, let's go.
LeBron is on the move, and the pitch is low, and it is ball 4 to Neal. So hit batsman and a walk in the inning, producing a pair of base runners for the Crimson Tide. And here's Torres. He hit a home run back in the second. He's also hit a couple of ground balls to third. One of them was turned into a double play in the 4th.
And the 2-run home run he hit was on a hanging slider. A nice job of getting the barrel to it, just letting it eat.
See the Oklahoma catcher Brendan Brock come out and signal the defense. Sooners have used Brock a little more often as the catcher since conference play started. He and Dayton LaChance were splitting more time a little earlier. But LaChance playing at first base. Skip Johnson's been real excited about the way that they each have received this pitching staff. You see some activity in the Oklahoma bullpen. Believe hidden behind the pole out there is Trent Collier. And it is. He's potential of a lefty coming out of the bullpen. But Xander Mercurius for now. 2 aboard and 2 out. A 1-2 count.
Yeah, I think Skip let Xander try to get Torres. If he doesn't get him out, you got bases loaded with a lefty at the plate going matchups after this.
Mercurius going to throw out behind LeBron at second base. Skip Johnson calls the pitches. He says that you're allowed to shake off if you feel a little more comfortable and committed.
Yeah, he's a guy that believes in his guys, right? Like, if you've got more conviction in one pitch, then you know that more than I do. Gives them a lot of freedom.
Strike 3 called. Xander Mercurius excited about leaving 2 men out there. He has pitched 4 scoreless innings out of the bullpen again for the Sooners tonight to keep Oklahoma right in it. But they trail 10-4, headed to the bottom of the 6th. No errors for the Tide. 4 runs, 4 hits, and also no errors for the Sooners. Alabama got off to a great start, top of the first inning. Very first pitch of the game, in fact. Bryce Fowler hit it out. The Tide would get 2 runs in the first. They would hit 3 more home runs in the second and lead this game 10-1. Fowler, 2 home runs. He's driven in 4. The Sooners have gotten good relief work from Xander Mercurius. He has pitched 4 scoreless innings. And the Oklahoma offense starting to come to life. They hit 2 home runs in the 5th. 1 from Nolan Stevens, 1 from Trey Gamble. And here's Brendan Brock, the leading home run hitter on this Sooner squad. This one is one of those that on a windy day could get blown back into fair territory, just not this time. Brady Neal and Luke Vaughn having a little fun. Brendan Holt. Brendan Brock, serious guy. Junior college All-American. The 0-2, a little bit outside. The other thing about Brendan Brock, had kind of a tough series at LSU. That was 2 weeks ago, but other than that, he really hasn't slumped coming in. First-year JUCO guy.
Right, it's the approach. Kind of stays gap to gap.
Lines this one down the right field line and just foul.
Stays gap to gap, like keeps on the off-speed pitches. If he's a little bit early, he's going to pull it. A little bit late, he's going to shoot it to right center. A guy that really sticks to his plan, finds his windows, and puts bat to ball at an incredible pace.
1-2 foul back. Not an easy task that Oklahoma had, replacing an All-American catcher, Easton Carmichael, who was a third-round draft pick last year, and just a rock for this Sooner program. But Brendan Brock has jumped right into those shoes very admirably. And as we mentioned, LaChance has done some catching as well. And that's just powder right there from Fay. 94 miles an hour, inner half of the plate. And he strikes out Brock for the second time tonight.
Yeah, gets this sinker up and into the hands of Brock. Set that up all at bat. Spin slider away. And comes back in, sprinkles it in.
That's the key pitch for Tyler Fay. Rob Vaughn and pitching coach Jason Jackson had talked about. It's that sinker that moves down.
Right. Done a nice job, except for last inning where he left a couple up. He's been very effective locating the fastball and working off of it.
Willits takes a strike, 1 for 2. Kids are still into it. Fueled by Skittles and Dr. Pepper.
On a school night, no less.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
What vehicle do you think they came in?
Oh yeah, that's
was
definitely.
it the what'd you say? The Toyota? What is it called? Sienna?
Yeah, that's the Mercedes Sprinter van right there.
I like your style.
They got double-decker bunk beds in there, just stacked up with Kit Kats and Reese's Pieces.
Absolutely.
Just going nuts.
1-2. This is inside.
Got the Xbox in there, a little party bus action. Grand old time.
You sound as though you've researched this idea.
I've lived it, Chad. I've lived it.
2-2 pitches. Wax foul by Jackson Willits. He might be living that one day soon.
Oh, he's got the Toyota Sienna locked up, man. You know it. It's like this Hyundai Accent ain't going to do it for me anymore. I got a family.
Are you looking for an NIL deal on the Sienna?
Just trying to help a brother out.
Willits scalds that one back up the middle. That is his second hit. Willits is 2 for 3. Sooners didn't have a hit in the second, third, or fourth innings. But here, the last couple, they've got 2 home runs. Willits with the 1-out single. And Dayton LaChance steps in. In the hole, it's short. LeBron can't quite slide over to it. And that's got eyes out into left field. Back-to-back singles for Jackson Willits and Dayton LaChance.
It's a good one for LaChance. Kind of breaks out of a little bit of a slump. Just a 4-hopper through the infield. Like LeBron had a chance to get that ball. Kind of in between hop, sliding play, unable to make it.
Time called here. Lem, the catcher, just going out for a visit. Don't see Jason Jackson, the pitching coach, coming out just yet. Kind of a get-right deal here.
That's a big at-bat here, Chad. Couple runs on, less than 2 outs. Alec Blair, a guy with some pop. 1 home run on the year, but long levers.
You see the activity out there.
It's like Sam Mitchell.
Maybe Evan Steckmesser not throwing, just kind of standing. Mitchell's going at it so hard he lost his cap, I think, out there in the bullpen. He may be ready, Skip. Or Skipper. I don't know. We'll see how much longer Fay stays in. Very trusted arm. Remember, Fay was a bullpen guy last year. Moved into the rotation. And has been excellent this year.
Number 4, Alex Blair.
And here's Blair. Big chance here for the freshman. Again, these types of spots that help young players grow in situations like this. Swings at the first pitch. And this one whacked foul into that left field foul corner. And Osterhaus runs out of real estate. Skip Johnson was talking about Alec Blair the other day, just kind of standing around, intra-squad around the cage. And Skip was kind of explaining to him an adjustment on a certain pitch. And that pitch came and Blair rifled one off the wall. You know, just the kind of athleticism that he has, he can adjust quickly to things.
It's nice to have a freshman that's a sponge, too.
Yeah.
That takes criticism in stride, you know, just wants to learn the game.
And remember playing 2 sports. You're not out there necessarily for 120 games with the traveling baseball team every single year.
Right. Locking down that right field spot. Exciting career to come for this kid.
1-1 pitch is it foul. That one got a piece of limb.
Looked like he got the throwing hand. The thumb, maybe.
Yeah, that's certainly what he's holding.
Take another look at this. Got the right hand behind the hip right now. Oh, it's the bat. Certainly no intention from Blair there, but that just doesn't feel good.
Makes you thankful that you're left-handed and were never asked to catch.
Dude, they're a different breed, man. Just dirty, grimy, you know.
Yeah.
Squatting 600 in the, you know, just unbelievable human beings, catchers.
And some of the best players in the history of the sport played that position. Blair held up. They will appeal down to third. And Damian Beal says no swing. Limb hanging in. This feels like a big pitch.
Yeah, full count. If I'm Fay, I'm going with something that I feel confident with. Know I can throw for a strike.
Blair drills one. Deep right field. Back to the track is Neal. He reaches up. And he's got it. What a play by Brady Neal. Robbing Alec Blair of a home run. The throw comes back in. And Jackson Willits is actually going to scamper to third base. He was standing at second when the ball was caught. But Brady Neal keeps this from being a 3-run game with a spectacular play climbing the right field fence.
Oh, this just takes excellent timing, athleticism. Let's watch him. Full extension at the wall, tip of the glove. Great throw back in, just all around. Great play, Brady Neal. That's a top 10 play all day long.
Without timeout taken here by Lem, runners at first and third, and now we will see Jason Jackson come out. Let's see if the night is done here for Tyler Fay. 2 gone, runners at first and third, and Nolan Stevens homered his last time.
What a momentum swing. Brady Neal, have a day.
Yeah, Brady Neal at the plate and in the field. He's got 3 hits and a walk. He's driven in a run and scored 2 and has made a spectacular catch in right field.
Seems like he's letting the fans know around the concourse.
Yeah, you can interact with him now because of that that fence that you can see through. I think he's talking to his guys out in the bullpen. And he was the SEC Player of the Week after the Florida series. He drove in 11 runs. And he's got a flair for the dramatic. He hit a game-winning home run on Tuesday in their non-conference win. Nolan Stevens takes a strike. Stevens 1 for 2. Struck out looking in the second. And then hit the solo home run. One of 2 homers in the 5th inning for the Sooners. Rockets this one foul, but he's in a hole 0-2. Oklahoma 2 hits. Nothing across the plate as of yet in the inning. And phase 0-2 is swung on and missed. He strikes out Nolan Stevens for the second time tonight and leaves 2 men stranded. No runs on a pair of hits and 2 men left. We will see how much longer Tyler Fay goes tonight. We're through 6 with the Tide on top, 10-4. Well, not necessarily a game saver, but certainly a momentum changer in right field from Brady Neal in that last half inning.
Yeah, just times it up perfectly. Full extension at the wall and just silences this crowd.
That's off the bat of Alec Blair with 2 men aboard. And Oklahoma ends up getting no runs out of it. Neal having a night for the Tide. He's got 3 hits, a run driven in, and 2 runs scored. More from Mercurius here. Xander has thrown 75 pitches in relief of his brother LJ, who had to exit in the second inning. And Xander had a little difficulty, gave up a couple of home runs in that second, but got out of it, and he's been lights out since. He's given only 1 hit since the second inning. This pitch is up and away to Johnny Lem. Lem's got 2 hits, 2 for 3, RBI, and a run scored for him. Chases a high fastball. Again, these are the outings that you can get out of your bullpen in the opening game of a 3-game series that can really save things for you.
Right, and then if the next two prove anything like this, it's going to be a battle. Being able to save that bullpen into tomorrow, the next day, is incredibly important.
Beautiful breaking pitch there for a called strike 3.
And this is a slider, Chad. He's had really good feel for him from that second inning on.
Xander Mercurius in relief of his brother LJ, on whom Carly has more.
Chad, in the middle of the 6th inning, Skip Johnson asked LJ, how are you feeling? He nodded his head and he said, I'm good. Let's go. Let's go. You can tell he's extremely locked in and he loves to compete. He was actually the first one back on the field after the inning, guys.
Thank you, Carly. LJ had to exit early and just loving the focus and intensity of Xander. Here's Will Plattner. He's 0 for 3 tonight. There's a strike. Where's number 3? And that's not one that you just pick. It represents the 3 pillars: ownership, toughness, and grit. That is one of Rob Vaughn's culture things. This one is fouled out of play. Ha, she got it. Snuck it in.
Those berms are locked down these days. That's,
yeah, you can't get up there.
that souvenir is a little bit more priceless than the others.
Here's a 1-2. A little bit upstairs. Yeah, the berms got the SEC logo up there, but They used to be pretty heavily populated, or you could at least run over there and get a foul ball. But I think we had too many tumbles down the berms. So you just have to wait on it to roll back down. Man, that pitch is nasty. And we've seen 2 in a row for strikeouts. He gets Plattner here.
Look at this. This is a 6-run ball game. This kid is just absolutely locked in. That slider's another out pitch. Just great location on the outer third. We'll get another look at it here. Right at the letters. Ends up belt high. Freezes him. Great pitch.
How about 7 strikeouts and a walk out of the bullpen in 5 1/3 innings for Xander Mercurius tonight?
It's been electric.
Osterhaus homered in the second. One of the 3 separating home runs for the Crimson Tide in that inning. In fact, he homered off Xander Mercurius. Fowler, Torres, and Osterhaus all homered in that inning. 11 Tide hitters came to the plate. Here's the 0-1. And a strike, but a quick study is Xander Mercurius. Osterhaus homered against him in the second. Then he struck him out in the 5th, and he's up 0-2 on Osterhaus here.
Wiry, man. Look at him just talking to himself between every pitch. It's hard not to like watching this.
Just got a piece of that one. Reaction. Every pitch from Xander Mercurius, there's a reaction, isn't there? That was kind of a sideways. Well, okay.
Just a lot of good self-talk, man.
And it seems to be positive self-talk.
Yeah.
Into the shift, the second baseman Branch. And another 1-2-3 inning there for Xander Mercurius. We hit the 7th inning stretch at Kimry Family Stadium in Norman. Tide 10, Sooners 4. Four Tide on top. They got 10 in the first 2 innings. Nothing since. Oklahoma trying to scratch away. Sooners have had some opportunities. They hit a pair of home runs in the 5th. And we've got a new arm entering the fray. It is Sam Mitchell coming out of the bullpen for Jason Jackson's Alabama pitching staff. And he has been very good out of that pen. Redshirt sophomore from Madison, Alabama. 3rd season at Alabama, but he missed all of 2025.
Tall, lanky guy. Got a really good extension on the fastball. Coming in here just trying to settle it. As you said, 6'7" sophomore, 220. Looks like he's coming from the right side of the Eiffel Tower to me, Chad.
Maybe. I want no part of that.
3.60 ERA, 15 innings, 11 strikeouts to 5 walks.
Tyler Fay in position to pick up his 6th win as he goes all the way through 6 tonight. 4 hits, I beg your pardon, 6 hits, 4 earned runs given by Tyler Fay. Walked 1 and struck out 7. And so Tyler Fay takes his strikeout total to 59 on the year, leads the SEC with 48 2/3 innings pitched after the 6 he has gone tonight. Here's Kyle Branch for Oklahoma. 8-9-1 in the Sooner lineup here. Branch got hit by pitch and scored on Trey Gamble's 2-run home run in the 5th. So 2 balls and a strike now. That one got a piece of Lim, who's having a tough night back there. Man. He got hit on a follow-through swing by a bat in the last inning. And now takes a foul ball.
Thinking on the inside of the foot there. Just tough places to get hit, too. There's no meat. No meat.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Inside of the thigh.
And then maybe off the left leg also.
Gracious. Yeah, I'd be shaking my head too, buddy.
I mean, would it hurt to make the, the leg protectors come up a little higher?
I don't know. I think it's a mobility thing.
They're not looking to run any foot races as LeBron gets over to that one and throws out Branch for the first out in the 7th. And catchers, so many of them now go with that one-legged approach, one leg up and one leg down. Right? Whether you like it or not, it does expose you to a few more foul balls.
You're absolutely right. And they do that to get the bottom of the strike zone. They feel like they can work down to up and bring that bottom strike up, try to steal some.
Yeah, people have seen it as well. You're easier to throw from that position, but that's not really what it's about. Or at least not front and center, as you said. It's about framework.
Right. You're absolutely right. It gives you a look at all the gray pants you got right there. Just opened up to get hit.
Hassan Harris is going to pinch hit for Jason Walk, which is probably not a good sign for how Jason Walk is feeling after crashing into the center field wall, Blake. Not to speculate.
Right, he was definitely in pain in that first inning. Just trying to battle through for his team right here.
Hassan Harris is just one of those program builders at Oklahoma. Excellent in the outfield, and Skip Johnson said, he's the ultimate kind of a teammate. Whatever role is needed, he fills it. He pinch hits here for Jason Walk.
I feel like they get the same kind of defense out of Hassan as they do Jason Walk as well. Maybe at the plate, Walk's got the switch hitting ability plus a little bit more power, but absolutely right. Hard not to like a guy that's a good teammate, really good in the clubhouse. Just comes in and produces when he's asked upon.
Pulls this one to first. Over to take it is Vaughn for the easy put out. 2 away. So 2 up and 2 down out of the bullpen for Sam Mitchell here in the 7th inning. Sooners roll the lineup over to a man who homered the last time he came to the plate. That's Trey Gamble. Fifth home run for Gamble. It was a 2-run shot as Kyle Branch had been hit by a pitch earlier. Shift is on. And you see, that is the shortstop, LeBron, over by second base. And he beats the shift. That is right where the shortstop would have been without the shift. Big turn there for Gamble. He'll stop at first with a 2-out single, his second hit of the ball game.
It's always a gamble, right?
Oh, I like what you did there.
Yeah,
it is always a gamble. And all the old schoolers go, you see, that's what happens when you shift.
And a lot of it has to do with pitching to the shift. And Mitchell may have missed a spot there. You're trying to pitch into him, play into it, let him roll over one, but Gamble does a nice job of going the other way with this fastball.
You see, what's funny about that one is that ricochets away from Lim. Is the old schoolers who've grown about the shift only count the times when the shift gets beaten and not the times that it works, as it has way more times tonight than it hasn't worked.
You're absolutely right. Well, we're 1 for 15 maybe, right? Both sides.
Gamble in scoring position after the wild pitch. And Camden Johnson takes a strike. 1-1. Camden Johnson singled and then scored on Jackson Willitz's base hit. That was back in the first. 1-1 in the air, left field corner. Long run here for Osterhaus and a little out of his reach. In that first inning, when Oklahoma got the hits by Camden Johnson and Jackson Willits, remember there was also a call at first base that was overturned Ground ball that Brendan Brock hit to third. Torres threw to first. He was originally ruled safe, and Oklahoma would have had men at first and second. But the call was overturned. As it turned out, the Sooners got a run out of that. Two balls and two strikes now to Camden Johnson. Shortstop LeBron is right behind second base on this shift.
Looked like Mitchell fell down before he threw that ball. Caught a spike on the way down, just trying to ride the back hip down the hill.
Do you think it happens more with the all-turf infields that you catch a spike?
I think so. It kind of grabs a little bit more of the dirt. Dirt will kind of slide.
Pull toward the first baseman, Vaughn. He says, I got it. Just wins the foot race with the speedy Camden Johnson for the final out. A hit and a man left in the seventh for the Sooners. We move to the eighth with the Tide on top, 10-4. Back for more is Xander Mercurius. He's thrown 90 pitches out of the bullpen and kept Oklahoma in this game tonight after they trailed it 10-1. He has thrown up goose eggs in the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh innings. In relief of his brother, LJ Mercurius. Look at what this freshman has done. It's the third straight week, really, that he's had a performance like this out of the bullpen, which enables you to have all arms available for the final two games of the series.
Right. And say what you want. This is big for him, right? You call it mop-up roll. You're down 10, but this guy has done everything that he could to keep his team in the game, and he's done it.
Luke Vaughn leads off. Your point may be the biggest point. Yes, it helps out Oklahoma in the grand scheme of the pitching weekend, but in the grand scheme of the future of this guy and his confidence level and what he can be, this is a big deal. Vaughn whacks the first one high into the night sky down the right field line. It's in foul ground, and Blair's not quite going to be able to run to it.
It's such a long run for the right fielder. He shaded the pool. It's probably I don't know, 200 feet to get over there.
Why, Blake, you speak as though maybe you made it a time or two.
Those fly ball give you nightmares. You know, it's a free out if you get there, right? But just a long one.
Yeah, this is one of those parks, too, where the amount of space available in foul territory decreases as you go back there.
It does. It gets skinny. I never noticed that. The wall comes up quick.
Yeah, it does. Wait a minute. You played the outfield here for 4 years, and you never noticed that the foul territory gets skinnier from the dugout to the wall.
You just run through the wall. That's all.
You don't pay attention. All you see is the wall.
Yeah.
What's over there, Blake? Wall.
Wall. Get to it in a hurry.
1-2 pitches. Fouled out of play.
You'll see where he's lined up. He's kind of lined up with second and third base, playing the gap. A lot of ground to cover here at Kimry Family.
Oklahoma's softball team is also playing just across the way at Love's Field, and they have run-ruled Kentucky 10-2 this evening. 1-2 pitch. Ooh, that was close. There's that bender that we've seen the last couple of innings. They'll call the ball. So we have an adjusted series tomorrow. Softball is adjusted as well. They're going to play a little earlier tomorrow. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Pulled to third. Camden Johnson nicely done behind the bag. One hop throw. Nice pick by LaChance. And an out. Good on both ends.
Yeah, really good flash of the leather right there down the line by Camden Johnson. Dayton LaChance pulling his best Canadian out. Little goalie glove save and a beaut.
And that's going to do it for Xander Mercurius, but what a night. I mean, he deserves a round of applause, and I'm sure we'll get it from an appreciative crowd and an appreciative head coach and pitching coach in Skip Johnson. What a performance by this freshman tonight again, Blake.
Absolutely. 7 strikeouts, just give up the 1 walk, 3 earned runs, but what he may have done for the rest of this weekend will be yet to be seen, but it's been an impressive outing.
Fist bumps all around from his teammates. 6 innings, 4 hit ball, 3 earned runs. Those all occurred in that second inning when he came into the middle of an absolute brush fire in relief of his brother, but he put up zeros after that. Xander Mercurius, well-deserved round of applause here in the top of the 8th inning. Oklahoma to the bullpen for the second time in this one. Just an outstanding performance out of the bullpen tonight for Xander Mercurius in relief of his brother LJ, who lasted only an inning and a third. Xander Mercurius, 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, a walk, and 7 strikeouts. And here's the lefty, JUCO transfer, Trent Collier.
Yeah, 8 innings pitched on the year, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 11 strikeouts to 2 walks. A guy that pounds the zone from the left side.
We talk about pounding the zone. Xander Mercurius threw 96 pitches, 61 of them for strikes. Brennan Holt. Holt, the only guy that's been hit by more pitches tonight is his catcher, Johnny Lim, who's been hit a couple of times. But Lim was wearing catcher's gear. Holt's been hit at the plate twice. Big hack at that one, 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Hey, Holt's getting free 90s. What's with them getting behind the plate, man?
Battered and bruised.
Yeah.
A trip to the cold tub. Swing and a miss, just late on that fastball. That's got some giddy up. 2 gone.
Yeah, this fastball's a 96, man.
Now batting around the
Powerful arm from the left side. See what the location is. It's a way tough for a left-handed bat to get to that pitch. Great pitch.
Interested to see this matchup. Lefty-lefty with Bryce Fowler, who's homered twice. Same 2 teams will go tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That game moved up because of expected inclement weather. We'll have 2 lefties going tomorrow. Zane Adams for the Crimson Tide. Sooners are set to send out Cameron Johnson. Wake up, get to the ballpark, and face 97 miles an hour from the left side. How's that sound to you, Blake?
Great.
There's a fastball for a strike. 2-1.
Cam Johnson coming off a pretty good outing in Austin as well. Got to hope he's got to have some confidence coming into tomorrow.
Oklahoma shifting. Looks like Trent Collier was going to use that same baseball. And the plate umpire William Van Rappelhorst said, "Why don't you toss that in here? Let's get a new one." Just about the same spot there on that foul ball, so it stays 2-2. Crimson Tide winners of 8 straight back-to-back weekend sweeps after being swept in their conference opening series. Oklahoma won 2 of 3 in each of their first 2. They won 2 of 3 here against Texas A&M and 2 of 3 at LSU before being swept at Texas last week. And this league, as we said in the pregame, you had 8 conference series last weekend, and 7 of them were sweeps. And I was going to go back and try to count how many of those games were one-run games. Both these teams played a couple. 3-2 pitch has popped up on the infield. The first baseman, LeChance, says, "I got it." And he is right. That'll do it for the Tide in the 9th. The Sooners down to their final opportunity. They go to the bottom of the 8th when we come back. People person, not a stock market
Sure.
guy. But you got Mississippi State, Texas, Georgia, all up there at the top. Alabama, red hot, winning 8 straight coming into the night. Florida's kind of up and down. Alabama had that no-hitter against Florida in that series. The sweep, Tyler Fay, the no-hitter. Brendan Brock 0 for 3 tonight with a couple of strikeouts. 91-mile-an-hour fastball there from Sam Mitchell, beginning his 2nd inning of work. Gave up a hit in the 7th. Bottom of the 8th inning. Oklahoma able to scratch back with that 3-run inning in the 5th, but have been fairly quiet since. Gamble had his home run in that 5th inning. Here's Brendan Brock flying out to the center fielder, Bryce Fowler. Hitless night for Brendan Brock. And Jackson Willits bats. He's got a pair of hits tonight. Big hack at that fastball.
Sitting at 91 from Sam Mitchell, but it looks like 93, 94 coming at you just because he reaches so far out with that 6'7" frame.
Yeah, that release point a little closer to the plate than many others. Lanky right-hander.
Tall drink of water.
Two balls and a strike to the new Papa, Jackson Willits.
Got to be so cool, man. Play in front of your kid like that. So many people go through it, but especially the college age, that's got to be incredible.
And forever, they will be able to tell her, Dad got 2 hits in your first ball game.
Doesn't work the same for my slow pitch softball league, by the way.
Just doesn't have quite the
Yeah.
right? There's ball 3. Willis whacks another one foul and out of play. One o'clock tomorrow and then 2 o'clock on Saturday for the series finale. And Willits down on strikes. 2 gone. That is the first strikeout from Mitchell out of the bullpen.
Now batting for the Sooners.
Job by Mitchell in there, getting the count full. Elevates the fastball to get above the hands of Jackson Willits.
Take a look at some of these SEC scores. Ole Miss has beaten Florida 6-4. And South Carolina over Texas 9-1. Final there from Columbia. Bit of a surprise. Auburn has sent Arkansas to a 5th straight loss, and the Tigers bounce back from being swept by the Crimson Tide last weekend. Auburn wins 10-2 in that series opener. You got Georgia leading Mississippi State 10-7 in that series opener in Starkville. Vanderbilt 12-8 up on 20th ranked Texas A&M. They're playing at Olson Field in College Station. The other couple series, LSU at Tennessee and Missouri and Kentucky, they will join the party. We'll have all 8 series going tomorrow, including this one. One-two pitch. LaChance goes after that one, comes up empty. And so Mitchell strikes out the final 2 batters in the 8th. Alabama leads this series opener 10-4 as we move to the 9th in Norman. We go. Alabama on top of Oklahoma 10-4. Sooners go back to their bullpen here for the 9th inning. We'll see right-hander Mason Bixby.
6'7", junior, 239 out of San Antonio, Texas. Guy that's got a live arm. Comes in about 96, 97. It's just easy. 8.10 ERA, 6 2/3. 10 strikeouts to 9 walks.
Transfer from TCU in his first season at Oklahoma. Been good out of the bullpen for the most part. Struggled a little bit down in Austin. Gave up 4 earned runs in 1 outing, so that's got the ERA a little bit inflated. But when he's right, this is the way that it looks at the big level. As you said, 6'7", comes out of there easy. LeBron, Neal, and Torres, scheduled hitters in the 9th inning for Alabama. And just when you're thinking you're going to get 97, over comes 86, moving away from you.
And it's got some bite, too. Really sharp, comes on the same window as a fastball. It's tough to adjust to.
LeBron is 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. Crimson Tide got a home run on the first pitch of the ball game by Bryce Fowler. He ended up with 2 runs in the first, then 8 in the second. 3 home runs in the second inning. Almost before the Sooner pitching staff could come up for air, there were 10 runs on the board. Home runs by Fowler again in the second, and also Torres and Osterhaus. So it was 10-1. Oklahoma's been able to scratch out 3 runs as they hit 2 home runs in the 5th. But that's where it's been since then. The 3-1 for LeBron. The count goes full.
Slider in there at 88 to get this count to full. It's been the pitch he's located in this at bat. See if he goes right back to it.
Strike 3 called. How about that? How many sliders in that at bat?
3, exactly. The other 3 were fastballs they couldn't locate. Really good one right there. Right at the bottom of the zone at the knees. Too close to take for LeBron.
That is 9 strikeouts, 2 walks for Oklahoma pitching tonight. Here's Neal, who's got a 3-hit night and has been on base 4 times and made a spectacular play to save a home run off the bat of Alec Blair. Would have been a 3-run home run. Here it is, 2 men aboard. And Alec Blair with that deep fly ball.
I could watch that on repeat, man. That's poetry in motion.
It was in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rifles this one, strokes it down the third base line. So 1-2 the count.
His hands are quick. Gets the barrel through the zone efficiently. Not a whole lot of moving parts in the swing. Having a night here.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Began his career at LSU. As we said, he struggled a little bit last year's first season at Alabama. Hit .219. But Rob Vaughn said he is playing free and easy these days. Not feeling the pressure to live up to any hype or what anyone thinks. In a good battle here, fighting off a 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Mason Bixby.
It's fun to see a guy come into his own. Right, you got Justin LeBron in front of you, up in a lot of awards watches. You could just kind of play free as he's done, right? Last 5 games, 8 for 19 with a home run and 11 RBIs. You know, you come to the ballpark and it's just easy. The ball coming in like a beach ball. You got to ride the wave, man.
Another base hit. That's his 4th. Into the corner it goes, all the way to the wall. Alec Blair will pick it up. Triple, single, walk, double for Brady Neal tonight. And just as Rob Vaughn said, it looks like he's playing wiffle ball.
Yeah, that's 95 on your hands, and he just turns around to get the barrel to it. 2-strike count. You're looking out over the plate. He comes in, suck the hands in, and get to it. Great swing.
And that brings in Torres, who homered in the 2nd inning. He is 1 for 4 in this game. 0-1. Torres was the real separating blow there. Fowler had hit his 2 home runs and then started to break open there with his 2-run home run. Osterhaus would also homer in that inning. And Bixby just misses with that fastball. You watch Mason Bixby out there, I mean, does that look like 96 when he's just going through it?
The effort level looks like 85, right? Like just kind of soft toss, but just zips out of the hand.
This one popped up into left center field. And Trey Gamble, the left fielder, will take care of out number 2. And here's Lem. Lem's got 2 hits and has had to wear a few behind the plate tonight.
I'd be taking that elbow guard and the shin guard up to the behind the dish with him if I was him.
7-game hitting streak for him now. And over the course of that, he's got 11 hits. Another one of those JUCO guys. Played at South Suburban Community College for 2 years. Out of Brisbane, Australia. 1-1 the count to him. Mason Bixby trying to get the final out for Oklahoma. Sooners have 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup. Due up in the bottom of the 9th. Right back to the shortstop. Willits gallops and throws to first. Inning over. A double by Neal, his 4th hit of the night, but he's left stranded. Sooners have 3 outs to try to make up at least 6 runs in the bottom of 9. Outs down by 6. Alabama had a big 8-run separating 2nd inning with 3 home runs, and they have been front running for much of the night here at Kimry Family Stadium. Back out goes Sam Mitchell to try to finish things up. Once again, the starter Tyler Fay was very good, in position to pick up his 6th win of the year. Non-save situation here for Sam Mitchell. He'll face Alec Blair, Nolan Stevens, and Kyle Branch here. At least they are the scheduled Sooner hitters. Alec Blair 0 for 3. but he hit a ball to the wall. In fact, it was hovering above the wall when it was pulled in by Brady Neal in right field back in the 6th inning. Mitchell peppers one low and away to Alec Blair. Nolan Stevens, who homered earlier tonight, is in the on-deck circle as the tide will shift. We'll send the third baseman Torres over to the first base side. There's Stevens over there as Blair did not swing. They appealed down to third. Damian Beal said no swing.
Nice job expanding the zone in a 1-2 count by Sam Mitchell. Goes slider down. Can really go any way from here.
Blair's another one of those guys, as you said, he's got those long levers.
Right, projectable. Guy that you put some weight on, which he will. He's a freshman, getting that weight program. It's another guy that Skip Johnson's got to be impressed with. Locking down that right field spot for a long time.
It's this one well to left. Over toward the corner goes Osterhaus. This ball is fair, and it's gone. Alec Blair denied a home run in his previous trip to the plate, but goes to the opposite outfield side and hits his second Sooner home run to make it 10-5. He says, well, Brady Neal, if you're going to reach up and grab it in right, I'm going to hit it over Osterhaus in left.
Yeah, complete 180, right? This is a really good piece of hitting. 2 strikes. It's a slider that backs up.
I don't even think that was a strike.
Goes down and gets it. You're absolutely right. It's on the right-hander batter's box chalk line. Just keeps it fair. Nice swing.
That is the third Oklahoma home run of the night. Nolan Stevens, who hit one back in the 5th inning, gets hit by this pitch. So all of a sudden, Oklahoma trying to get a little spark going. Nolan Stevens jogs to first, hit by that pitch. Alec Blair now 2 homers, 18 runs driven in his freshman season as a Sooner. He's getting better and better every time he gets sent out there.
So we're going to get a pinch hitter here. Drew Dickerson.
So Dickerson will pinch hit for Kyle Branch after Nolan Stevens gets hit by a pitch. Frequently called upon to pinch hit and DH a little bit as well is Drew Dickerson.
Yeah, Reggie Willits going with some pop here, hitting in the spot for Kyle Branch. Dickerson power to all fields, trying to lift one up.
2 home runs on the year for Dickerson. He's driven in 13 runs. Nobody out in a 10-5 game. And Dickerson trying to check his swing and did. 2-0 count. Now we're going to get a mound visit. Jason Jackson, the pitching coach, out here for the Crimson Tide for a chat with Mitchell. Johnny Lem, the catcher, will get in on it, and the infielders as well. So Oklahoma with 3 home runs in this game. Sooners had hit 2 home runs in their last 8 games. It's shown a little pop tonight. Alabama's hit 4 homers. 7 home runs on a Friday night in the SEC. William Van Rappelhorst, the plate umpire, out to break up the conversation. There you see the activity out in the Alabama bullpen. Mitchell Heiberger, or Matthew Heiberger, I should say, is out there throwing. Sam Mitchell will continue. Dickerson fouls this off of his foot. Drew Dickerson had a 2-hit game in the final game of the Texas series last Saturday. Could see him in the Oklahoma lineup tomorrow, with a lefty scheduled to pitch for Alabama.
Good swing there on a 2-1 count, timed up to the fastball just under it.
Went after that one, and that's the second out. I beg your pardon. That is the first out.
Now batting for the Sooners, center fielder number 17, Jason Harris.
10 strikeouts now for tight pitching.
Yeah, it's a slider. Never was a strike. Gets Drew Dickerson way out front. Just looking fastball there. Couldn't hold up.
And here is Jason Harris, who has taken over in center field for Jason Walk. Harris got an at-bat back in the 7th inning and grounded out to the first baseman, Luke Vaughn. Fouled off the front facing of the Alabama dugout on the first base side by Harris. Harris came on late in the year last year for the Sooners. He was on the all-regional team in the Chapel Hill Regional. Ranging over the second baseman, Holt flips it to LeBron for one. The relay to first is not in time. A little different play. LeBron was kind of shaded over toward the first base side, and so he has to scoot back over. You see him back there, the shortstop, tried to go over to it and then had to retreat.
Yeah, nice job there. Jason Harris just too fast on the line to get that doubled up. You're right, though. Looked like LeBron was going to go try to field that ball, and he's like, oh, crap, I got to get to second base.
Oh, the things the shift can bring us.
See, I told you it works.
It does. Here's Gamble. Yanks this one foul. Gamble's got a 2-hit night, including a 2-run home run in the 5th inning. Also had a base hit in the 7th. Having another good year, batting .316, 5 home runs, 21 driven in. Sooners are down to their final out tonight. Those are some of the pitches right there that make him so good at separating balls and strikes. But he goes after that one, and it's 1-2.
You're absolutely right. That's a borderline pitch for the 1-0 on the 1-1 pitch. It's probably a ball off, but a lot of guys get in swing mode right there and end up taking a hack and rolling over it. Takes it for a ball.
I think a lot of guys would have swung at that one too. Instead, Gamble's still up there with a 2-2 count. This one knocked down by the pitcher, Mitchell. He can't find it. Everybody will be safe. And Harris is going to charge to third. The throw gets away from Torres, who's able to scamper to it and keep everybody where they are. Alert base running first off by Harris to realize that third base was open because of the shift. And also a good play by Torres to get back there and nearly get the tag.
Yeah, it's a lot to unpack here. Never want to make the last out at third base. See Rayleigh just kind of like, hey, man. You know? I think this will go down as a hit, though.
I do, too.
Mitchell doing a good job knocking it down, keeping it on the infield.
I don't know how else you could score it. Runners at first and third. And here's Camden Johnson. Johnson had a base hit back in the first, scored a run. He's 1 for 4. It will be a base hit for Gamble, by the way. It's his 3rd hit. And I think that foul ball got a piece of Lem once again.
He's ready for this one to be over. Look, we get the win, great, but I'm beat up, boys. Use some of that NIL money. Buy me dinner or something, boys.
I hear you. Now that pitch hasn't been called for either side tonight.
He's been very consistent. Rappaport behind the plate. Sometimes that's all you can ask for. If you're going to be tight, leave the zone tight all night long. Don't let the momentum of the game change it up.
Oklahoma has a home run from Alec Blair in the inning. 2 men aboard. And Camden Johnson takes ball 3. Well, a walk would load him up. It would bring the potential tying run to the on-deck circle. And this one is rifled into right center field by Johnson. Neal is on his horse. Fowler's on his horse. Neither will get there. In to score comes Harris. Right behind him is Gamble. It's a 2-run triple for Camden Johnson. And the Sooners have life. They now trail 10-7. And that ball was smoked for the 2nd hit of the ball game for Camden Johnson.
Yeah, this is a 2-iron to right center field. Fastball inner half, gets right to it. Very efficient bat path. Bam. Thought I had a chance to get an out. Just stays on its plane, kind of dies off in loft, but ends up getting a triple out of it.
Camden Johnson with his 2nd triple of the year. He drives in his 18th and 19th runs as Harris and Gamble score. Gamble has scored a couple of times tonight. And out comes Jason Jackson. Mitchell has struggled to get the final few outs of this one. And Oklahoma is within 3. They once trailed 10-1. And there's been a call to the bullpen made. Springing out of the door comes Matthew Heiberger. He's asking, who's going to check my glove? He is obliged by Travis Eggert, the first base umpire. So 10-7. Oklahoma now is even in the hits category. Each team has 10. So things still hanging in the balance here with 2 down in the bottom of the 9th inning. He made 3-run inning. Oklahoma with a home run from Alec Blair and a 2-run triple from Camden Johnson to get within 10-7. Matthew Heiberger comes out of the bullpen. 2nd arm out of the bullpen tonight for the Tide, as they're trying to back Tyler Fay and get him his 6th win of the year. So Sam Mitchell leaves. He's still responsible for the runner down at 3rd. And 2-0 the count here to Brendan Brock, who is without a hit tonight, but leads Oklahoma in home runs and runs batted in.
Heiberger, the 6'3 junior out of Birmingham, Alabama.
3rd year with the Tide. 25 appearances last year. Very valued guy out of the pen.
17 innings, 11 walks to 14 strikeouts. Get that ERA at 2.65.
That one glances off the glove of Lim and then hits him. Man.
Just taking a beating back there.
Did that hit the bat?
Maybe a foul ball?
Brock? Certainly didn't look like it, but it must have.
Pretty sure handed behind the plate. I don't think he just missed that.
So now they may talk about this.
The ruling on the field is foul
So it was called foul ball, and the Sooners don't think it was. They will challenge. We'll get our centralized review call.
I think it's another thing we got to go by the audible, being able to hear it.
And that is the one thing we can't see on review is how it sounds. First challenge by Oklahoma tonight. Skip Johnson over there. Alabama's challenged a couple. In fact, they had a call overturned.
So we're going to look for the deflection off the bat. Going to get a check swing. Yep, looks like it hit it. We got this one right. Have a look here. Yeah. Clear change of direction.
And the change of direction occurs before it hits the heel of the glove there.
After review, the ball did not hit the battery of the
So Oklahoma loses the challenge. They have one left. And the count is 2-2.
I think that's one you use it or you lose it, right? See if you can steal one right there. Down 3 in the 9th.
So it is 2-2 to Brendan Brock. The cleanup man, Jackson Willits, is on deck. And if somehow Brock could reach the tying run, could come to the plate. And Brock battling away with Heiberger. The starter, Fay, went 6 innings, then Mitchell for 2 2/3. And now Heiberger will try to close it down for Alabama. Oklahoma has scored the last 6 runs of this game, and there's a fastball that swung on and missed. And this ball game is over. Alabama gets 10 runs in the first 2 innings, and the Tide able to make it hold up as Heiberger gets the final out on a strikeout of Brendan Brock. Alabama takes the series opener. 9 straight wins for the Crimson Tide, 7 straight wins in the SEC. And Alabama improves to 24-7 overall, 7-3 in SEC play. Oklahoma falls to 20-9 overall. They are 4-6 to start conference play. Same 2 teams will square off tomorrow. That game has been moved up. It'll be a 1 o'clock first pitch here at Kimry Family Stadium, and the series finale will be at 2 o'clock. This one started, really the tone setter was the very first pitch of this ball game, a home run by Bryce Fowler, Blake.
Yeah, he ambushed the fastball of L.J. Mercurius and deposited it into left field. Really good approach all night long, followed it up with another 3-run homer. Good night for him at the plate.
So Fowler homered, and Johnny Lem singled to give Alabama a 2-0 lead in the top of the first. Jackson Willits, an RBI single for Oklahoma, made it 2-1 in the bottom of the first. But then the floodgates open. Fowler, the 3-run home run. Neal, an RBI single. 2-run home runs by Torres and Osterhaus in what wound up being an 8-run top of the second inning. It made it 10-1. Oklahoma got home runs by Stevens and Gamble in the 5th to make it 10-4. And a solo home run by Blair, as well as the 2-run triple in the 9th inning by Camden Johnson, but not quite enough. 6th win of the season for the man that you see right there. He was good. Was the man who pitched the no-hitter, Tyler Fay, against Florida, backed by Sam Mitchell and Matthew Heiberger. So 6 innings of 6-hit ball with 4 earned runs, a walk and a strikeout tonight for Tyler Fay.
Yeah, just a really kind of a not necessarily laborious outing until that 6th inning, giving up the home run, leaving some pitches up, and the Sooners taking advantage of it.
We're going to step aside and believe that we're going to, in just a moment, visit with Bryce Fowler after Alabama's 10-7 win. We will step aside here.